So you guys are coming off of your bye. So the last time we saw you was that great comeback against Denver. Just kind of take me back to that game and how it started.
Didn't start well.
Didn't you guys go down like 20-0?
Yeah, we're down 20-0 at halftime. Not much was working. You know, we're at home. We're going into a bye week after the game, which you don't want to go into a bye week after a loss, especially not a tough loss at home.
Were you thinking, like, what is going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a little bit shell-shocked. You know, it certainly wasn't how you pictured it happening. And many times, you know, a game gets away from you like that. Even if you want to fix it, it's too late. And fortunately for us, we found a way in the second half to get back in it. Our defense did a great job, only giving up 3 points in the second half, which gave us a chance as an offense to get back in it. And, you know, a combination of tempo and hitting some big plays and, you know, some breaks bouncing our way, we were able to get back in it and win the game.
First half and second half were like night and day. So what was said in the locker room? Was there some kind of secret sauce thing that was done?
Yeah,
Did you guys change cleats? What?
I wish there was a secret sauce and I could just use that every week. But, you know, it's pretty direct and straightforward at halftime of, hey, let's wipe away the first half. Let's get back to you know, what we need to do. We may have to go up tempo, you know, be ready for that. And then it was go out and execute. And, you know, fortunately, the second half we did that. But at that point, part of your enemy is the clock. You know, you have enough time to get back in it. And because we were able to, you know, score fast, score touchdowns instead of field goals, and our defense kept making stops, you know, we were able to get back in it.
So take me back to the beginning of the year. You guys started off 2-2. Yeah. There were rumblings. One receiver is questioning the passing game. Another is rumored to have won it out. What was going on back then?
Yeah, I don't really know myself. I think at the end of the day, you know, we started 2-2. It wasn't 0-4, but it wasn't 4-0. And fortunately, we got back on track that next week, and then we were able to string together some victories, and now we're sitting at 8-3. You know, 8-3 isn't the end of the story. We got 5 games to go, a big one Monday night, and you know, these final 5 games I think are going to tell the story more than anything. People forget how you start, but they remember how you finish, and so we need to finish strong.
But again, how did you rally the troops? How did you guys go on to win 6 of the next 7 games? Because when there's dissension, things can fall apart quickly. That did not happen with you guys, just the opposite.
Well, I think you just go back to work. I don't think there's any secret answer. You just say, hey, I guess that week it was week 5. We had the Giants on the road. It's, hey, we got to go and beat the Giants. And I wasn't looking past that. I wasn't thinking about trying to win 6 of 7, just trying to go get a win against the Giants and get to 3-2. And had a good week of preparation. And you really just, as cliche as it sounds, take it one day at a time, one practice at a time. And here we are now at 8-3 with a lot of work still in front of us.
Last month you had a chance to play your old team, and you were fired up after the win. Just tell me about that. Why did that win mean so much to you?
Well, any win in this league is hard-earned, and it means a lot.
You seem to especially like that one.
Oh, well, you know, I certainly, you know, wanted to win. Obviously, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but, you know, we got it done. It was a hard-fought game. It was a close game. And, you know, it was great to win at home.
Eric Weddle was telling me last week when he was facing the Ravens, I want to destroy them. So guys always, you know, you never know what motivates a guy. But for you, how much did you want to kind of show something that maybe they made a mistake by moving on?
Well, you know, they were always in my corner at the end of the day. I mean, they wanted me back, and it just became, you know, something where I wanted to go to free agency and give the rest of the league an opportunity. And so they made the decision to move on, and that's okay, you know. And you know, I think it all worked out, and you know, now we got to take care of business up ahead.
We have 2 great quarterbacks playing tomorrow night. Russell Wilson's in the MVP discussion. Your numbers are similar to his. Why do you think your name? Why aren't we hearing your name in that same discussion?
I don't know, and I don't know if you play well and win on Monday Night Football, maybe you will. You know, I think there's still a lot of football left. I don't think the story has all been written yet, but certainly when you have someone like Russell who's won a Super Bowl, played another Super Bowl, you know, has been in the MVP conversation for years. You know, it's a natural thing to say, hey, this guy deserves it, and he's had an unbelievable year, and he's really doing the same things he's always done. And I go back to watching him in college and what he did there at Wisconsin my senior year. We played him twice. He's doing the same things now in the NFL, and he's done it for years. So He's such a fun player to watch. He's great for our sport, great for our league, and he sets a high bar for the rest of us to keep up with.
You're having a great year too, Kirk. Do you care that people aren't talking about that as much as they?
You know, honestly, if we can win in Seattle on Monday night, that's what I care about, and that's what'll make me happy. And ultimately, that's how quarterbacks seem to get measured. So that's where my focus is. That's where the Vikings' focus is, and you know, anything else really stems from needing to win football games.
And you talked about this Monday night thing. How do you get that monkey off your back?
Well, you win, right? And it really isn't a monkey on my back. You know, I look back at my performances on Monday night, and they haven't all been perfect, but I think I've played well. You know, I think I've put good football out there, and you know, one of these just needs to turn into a victory, and no better time than this Monday in Seattle. So that's where my focus is, where it needs to be, and you know, it's going to take a whole team. You know, a quarterback doesn't win the game on his own. He certainly has the football in his hands. He has a big role. And you know, we as a collective group, as the Minnesota Vikings, got to find a way to get it done.
And lastly, the Seattle defense playing really well the last couple of weeks in particular. Just what do you see from that defense, and you know, how do you find some weaknesses and take advantage?
I just have so much respect for their identity as a defense. You know, they have a brand, they have a way of playing that has worked for them for about a decade, and so especially when they play here in Seattle. So. It's a great challenge. They have a great pass rush, starting with Jadeveon Clowney, two of the better linebackers in football, with KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner. And then you add Michael Kendricks, who I played against a lot in the NFC East for many years. I have great respect for him. So, and then they brought Diggs in to play for, safety. He's done a great job there. And so, you know, I can name names for a while. They got a good defense, good scheme, well coached, and playing them here in Seattle is always a challenge. So we got to be ready to go.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.